hence making this the coin that truly never existed.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am the Conservative Coin Collector, or Triple C for short. In today's video, I have 9 coins to show you that no longer exist. Let me be a little more specific on what I mean. And to be more specific, I need to show you this penny here. It's just a shield cent shiny penny, nothing special. But what I can do with it is I can take it down to my local Dollar General and spend it. The 9 coins I have to show you today, you can't do that with anymore. These coins are demonetized. And you can no longer use them in circulation. You can still find them and collect them, but you can't spend them even if you wanted to, because you simply don't use these coins anymore. It's funny how when people think of the word demonetized, they think of YouTube videos, controversial YouTube creators, but that word was used way before YouTube was ever invented. And it was originally used for coins that are no longer spendable in circulation, demonetized coins. The 9 coins I have to show you were demonetized here in America, and you can still find them, you can still collect them, but you can no longer use them. Starting off with number 9. And before I get to number 9, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell icon, and well, on to the video. The 9 coins that were minted here in America that no longer exist. Number 9.
The first abolished coin I have to do is the 2-cent piece. America had a 2-cent piece at one point. It was 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The 2-cent piece was produced by the Mint of the United States for circulation from 1864 to 1872, and for collectors in 1873. James B. Longcare, there was a decrease in mintages each year as other minor coins, such as the nickel, proved more popular. The 2-cent piece was abolished by the Mint Act of 1873. Along with the 2-cent piece, America also had a 3-cent piece. It was designed by Mint chief engraver James B. Longcare and struck by the United States Mint from 1865 to 1899. It was 75% copper and 25% nickel, and it was initially popular, but the nickel became more popular, and this is another coin that nickel killed, the 3-cent piece. And the next coin I have to show you, this coin was before the nickel. For the first 80 years of American history, there was no nickel. It was called the half dime. It was a silver coin valued at 5 cents and formerly minted here in the U.S. Some numismatists consider the denomination to be the first business strike coin minted by the United States Mint under the Coinage Act of 1792, with production beginning on or about July 1792. However, others consider the half disme or dime to be nothing more than a pattern coin or a test piece, and this matter continues to be subject for debate. These coins were much smaller than dimes, the diameter and thickness appearing to be half dimes. In the 1880s, powerful interests promoting the use of the nickel, they wanted to use a metal nickel in coinage successfully. There would be the creation of new 3 and 5-cent coins made of copper-nickel alloy, and production began in 1865 and 1866 respectively. The introduction of the copper-nickel 3 and 5-cent pieces made silver coins the same denomination redundant in both silver denominations. The 3-cent piece and the half dime were ultimately discontinued in 1873, and the following year the nickel was born. The next few discontinued items aren't coins, but dollar bills. starting with one that's not discontinued but it's rare, the $2 bill. Originally printed in 1862, it featured a portrait of Alexander Hamilton, but they were later redesigned to portray Thomas Jefferson. Aesthetically, the $2 bill is something to behold. The reverse side features a reproduction of one of the most famous paintings in American history, the Declaration of Independence by John Trumbull. Excluding the decade from 1966 to 1976, the $2 bill has been printed since the Civil War, yet the average American can go years without seeing one, and there isn't even a lot in cash registers. While the $2 note is still in circulation, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing recognizes it as legal tender. It is the rarest currency denomination, and the U.S.'s last series of $2 bills was printed in 2017. Today, there are around 1.4 billion of them in circulation. The $1,000 bill. The original $1,000 bill featured Alexander Hamilton on the front of it. When some presumably realized that it might be confusing to have the same former Secretary of Treasury on multiple denominations, Hamilton's portrait was replaced with that of President Grover Cleveland. Along with its smaller cousin, the $500 bill, the $1,000 bill was discontinued in 1969. It's funny, the $1,000 bill would be more useful today than ever before. Let's just say inflation would be the cause. I have another coin. The American 20-cent piece. It was a coin struck from 1875 to 1878, but only for collectors in the final 2 years. Proposed by Nevada Senator John P. Jones, it proved a failure due to confusion with the quarter, both of which was close in size and value. In 1874, the newly elected Jones began pressing for a 20-cent piece, which he stated would alleviate the shortage of small change in the far west. The bill passed Congress, and Mint Director Henry Linderman ordered patterns struck. Linderman eventually decided an obverse and reverse similar of that of other silver coins at the time. Although the coins have a smooth edge rather than rated, as with all the other silver coins, the new piece was close to the size of the quarter, and it was immediately confused with the quarter. They were almost identical. After the first year, which over 1 million were minted, there was little demand, and the denomination was abolished in 1878. At least a third of the total mintage was later melted by the government. Numismatist Mark Benevuto called the 20-cent piece a chapter of U.S. coinage that closed almost as before it began. The next dollar bill that doesn't exist and actually was never released for public issue is the $100,000 bill. Featuring a portrait of Woodrow Wilson, the $100,000 note was actually a gold certificate that was never circulated or issued for public use. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing created them during the Great Depression in 1934 for conducting official transactions between Federal Reserve banks. While the $100,000 bill cannot be legally held by collectors, some institutions like the Museum of American Finance display them for educational purposes. The Smithsonian Museum and some branches of the Federal Reserve System also have these rare bills in their possession. The last coin I have for you is a coin that never existed. It truly never existed. All we have are two potential designs that could have been. In 1854, a San Francisco businessman sent a petition to the Secretary of Treasury, James Guthrie, for a $50 coin to be struck due to the fact there were no banknotes of any denomination that were circulated in California at the time. Guthrie responded to the petition by introducing a measure to produce $50 and $100 gold coins, called the half union and union respectively. Although the measure passed in the Senate on June 16, 1854, it was ultimately defeated in the House. United States print engraver George T. Morgan made sketches for a possible design for the $100 coin in 1876. Should the half union ever be a success, the mint concluded that the half union, a gold coin weighing 2.7 troy ounces, was infeasible. The idea of a union coin was discarded and ultimately forgotten about, hence making this the coin that truly never existed.